Okay, welcome back. I guess there's just a lot to process, so I'm back. On landscape, okay. Operation Empress Diaries, yes. No. No. Okay. So it's not part of that collection. It feels cold. Anyway, welcome back to my expanded divine panel of the infinite eight to divinely intervene as needed for my highest good, aka the highest good. So, I need something else to focus on right now because, I don't, I can't, how do I say it? There are new things that, I must be exposed to. Maybe with other gifted people, or complex situations, or I just, what do I want to say about this? Perhaps there are others more advanced, more skilled around me than I realized. That's what I gotta say. That's what I think. Because in the background, there was some stuff that was pointed out to me. And I don't know if I'm being a sucker for bonds of any degree. So maybe I made boo-boos along the way in seeking closure. Last night, it was mixed messaging. Yeah. I don't want to go into all the details of it. Some did say their goodbyes very discreetly. I appreciate that. But, maybe I excused some. Oh my gosh, I must be overthinking things. Like, I should be on to the next thing, is what I'm saying. But, I maybe just excuse the others that, did not, or kind of, avoided the goodbye, as like, we all process grief in different ways, that kind of thing. To a different degree, I'm just saying. Or that if there's no goodbye, then it's not a goodbye. That, simple as that. That was the initial thing that came up. Anyway, I need a new focus here, because I don't know if anybody is doing spell work. I don't know if I don't know if anybody's doing any kind of like practicing work that's keeping me like in this loop, like, I don't know. So, new perspectives, okay? I don't want to speak too much or too ahead of things in that arena, okay? It's just a lot of processing. Quiet time. So, a little bit of like lights out, but like lights, camera, action type of energy here too. Your bare bones approach here, what they're showing me, is the Ten of Cups in reverse on the left side. I'm saying when, I'm about to say when tenfold, basically. I have the Cups. So, there's that. Like, oh, so there's a pop-up today, and it is actually supposed to be larger than expected. I was just supposed to get my foot in the door to something that was of more interest. Find a new, like, bubble of a home to work with, and I don't have very much right now to work with. But the last thing that was mentioned was, sometimes preparation is like, what is it? It can be as simple as I'm going as you are with what you have. Duh. So that's what I'm gonna take that piece of advice I recently recalled that video. Yeah. So right side, the doing side, is the Sun card in reverse with the Nine of Swords. A huge emphasis that there's the spotlight. Ah, I see your cups. Are they out? Are they really available? Anyway, I knew to do the reading here because it said Two of Swords in reverse. You're free to go. This has been the common theme as of last night, tonight, whatever witching hour this was, between what was it, Friday or Saturday? Hold on, let me see. What day? Hold on. Oh, my calendar's gone. It's in the car. Whatever. Yeah, between Friday and Saturday. Right? Yes, and it had the strength card too. Like, it is a paved way for you. It's hoed out. Another one for the team. See? It's an open road, and it is paved. What did Woody just say? It's all hoed out? That's great. Okay. I was hoping to see, a hole here, but on the strength card, no signs of a hole there. Okay, hold that thought for a second. Okay. The new landscape. That's what I want to knows about, so I can start envisioning. Give me a little bit of a head start, a boost, please. Please. Okay. I was supposed to use another deck, so I guess these are the energy cards too. Do you use from this? Nope. We were supposed to start with this, and then I just got too comfortable with the others. And I think that's part of the reason why I had to say goodbye. It was like they gave me a week. They said this week. And then I said at most 7 days. And like in my head, like my Gemini head, I'm like freaking out. I'm like, but what if it's more than 7 days? What if it's like, blah, like it's, like another huge chunk scooped out of my life. Having a means to, like I just didn't want to get caught up in the holding tank. And I am saying again, I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful. For this particular one, yeah, it was different. It was very different. But when you have like, I guess the most saddening part for me was like the biggest cry, is that it wasn't like the lovey mushy stuff, like all of that, sappy stuff, whether it's friendships or interests or whatever, like without all of that, I think down to the core of how I remember, like the closest thing I remember was that in elementary school, it's like moving away from like your close friends, like your certain family bubble. And so like when I went to elementary school, where like I just practically got along with everybody, and it was, for the most part, good times with them. Dominant parts of it. I had a good time at school. And I'm not even gonna go deep into that, like all of the other stuff. But yeah, that was in LA. And then I had to go to the OC area. Don't know anybody. Don't know anybody. So it was just really sad. The fondness of feeling like safe and home and kind of, well, thank you, and kind of being like sharing like a safety zone with someone else instead of like trauma bonding. It's like, yay, we both have a win. You know, even if it's like as small scale as like, okay, the similarity would be like holding an umbrella. Can you hold an umbrella for me? I'll hold it for you when you tie your shoelaces, that kind of thing. So it was very, very sentimental in that processing of the minor arcana, trying to make it into the major arcana. And so yeah. So what I gotta say about that is an up level from that is that when you're practicing, there are things you know, there are things you discover, there are things that you develop. And while that might be exciting on its own journey of research and creation, it's kind of singular. And so when you meet people who have intensified gifts, you interact, you're sharing the gifts, whatever. Like nobody will get, no, like you're the only person that gets me like that, you know? So it's like, oh, fuck. Say goodbye. Or I'll stay here for quite a while. Okay, so I put this away. This is like the shut your mouth. Shut your mouth, woman. No, that's not what it's saying. And this is cut to the shovel. Put away. It's not in the tool shed. Yeah. So 2 messages here. So it's okay. So it's like don't speak, but then this is like speaking, right? And this is not putting away, or the shovel is, I guess, now put away because it's in reversal, or it's showing attention to this shovel. It's like isolating towards it. Zoom in. I get more so that it's back in the tool shed. You know, like when you hang up your coat onto something, like you're done with something, hang your shovel up or something like that. Like, you know, done. That's what I feel like it's saying in that cutoff there. The other thing is that song "Dig It Up" by Hoodoo Gurus. You can't bury love. You gotta dig it up. Yeah. Oh my God. You gotta live it up. Yeah. I'm telling you, these gifted people. Ah! For real. That's I think the saddest thing for me. The most like sentimentally sad. Was it fundamentally loathsome? I want to wake up in your white, white sun. And I want to wake up in your world with no pain. And something to die someday. Something all the way. When you live. Oh. So that's what I'm telling you. If you look at those lyrics, I mean, it's like there's a different array of depression, like auric depression fields that I feel, and I'm not picking on anybody. I just, and it's not a singular entity when I refer to people going through their struggles. There's no like, there's a dominant energy. I can for sure frame that, but then there's also like deviations of it. Okay. Um, yeah, from my previous recent reads. So it's so okay. You're moving like on this game board. You pass this like one thing where like somebody's struggling through their thing, and you're like, oh, that's you feel for them rather than brushing it off. And then it kind of slows you down a little bit, like pause first, slow next square, skip a turn. Okay, okay. And we're there. And then we encounter another energy, and you see like, we haven't talked about this. We're friendly, we're good. Authentically friendly, good, and we just adore each other, like separately is cool and fine. But then you see them, modified. Yeah. And just, holy crap. Anyway, let's change. Break up the energy. Must be nice to break up the energy. So, that's what I'm trying to explain here. It's not like the sappy love thingy. It's, it's not, it's more so the familiarity of, being in, like, acknowledging yourself at a certain state, and how that affects, like, or what that implies for the rest of your life unit. And so, it's not just really cool to be able to share gifts and it being like this kind of like secret code walkie-talkie kind of thing. It's just fun. It makes life more fun, is what I'm gonna say. More comfortably fun, I would say. Like, it feels safe. Like Goonies in the ethers. That's what it feels like for me. And to say goodbye and not have it be awkward or strange. And to leave a place without burning bridges. I don't think I did. I don't think I did. If not, then maybe like all the oogity boogities were right. Absolutely. But it certainly didn't feel like, I don't think it was like that. I don't think they're not like that. They're not like that. I'm not guessing. I just know they're not like that. Okay. So, new landscape here. So what is it? What's the first card for me? I expanded divine panel of the Infinite 8. A new landscape. What are we working with? I fell asleep in my car again for a few hours because I was just so tired. I was like, I had to park far-ish. And so I was like thinking about it in the cold. I was like, no. I'm going to go night right here for just a little bit. And here we are. 6 minutes to 6. Well, I'm not aching. I'm not breaking. Anyway, here we go. Ta-da! Oh my god, it's the void. I've kind of felt it too. I'm like, what if I got this? But then I didn't expect it to. Manifestation, instantaneous. Instantaneous. Weary. Oh, yeah. I guess like I'm still hooked up even though I'm not feeling it. That's the vibe here generally. Which is you can take that in a casual sense or like, read between the lines. Like this is if you're working with a savvy artillery. We got special rules for that. So that's funny. See, I told you they were nice. They're good. They're good people to me, I gotta tell you. Okay. So, um on this the void. What goes in there? My new landscape. Well, it looks like, a seat at the table. Oh my God, it's a seat at the table. But it's like, spaceship styles. Because, like, this is in reverse. It came in reversal. Yeah, like reversal right there. So knowing that this box is not labeled as an upside down or not, like, you can't tell. The only way I would label this, like, as right side up or upside down or whatever is because the copy print or whatever copyright thing down there. So I can say, hey, that's upright. This one's topsy-turvy, seat at the table, whatever, like that. That's great. Initially I was getting like the image because the hard line, build design of the chair and it like, food on a plate tray kind of thing. Felt like, in Hunger Games, how they were just like, it just very cold. But this is in reversal. So, yeah, some kind of training here. That there's a hint. Like, sprinkle. Yeah, but like this we can for sure recognize. Like if we just like prejudged on this, like this was a inverse cover, whatever. Then we would say this is in reversal. Duh. But then this big ass card comes in to frame it. Like, oh, there you go. Writes it down, whatever. So, well, this, modifies the context of this, right? So it's like, oh, it was an illusion. I was back there in that phase. I thought it was this. That's silly, So it's like, I thought it was this way. That's what it looked like to me. But then it's like, yeah, you're right. But, there's more. So that's what they're saying. But I am like, I'm floored. Like, you're going to give me that kind of news firsthand? Seat at the table, crazies. Okay, so what goes in Weary then? My new landscape. What is it? The whip. The whip in reverse. Yeah, I have been. I'm tired. I'm beat. That's what it says. Yeah, I'm glad I told you that story before that even happened. Yeah, I am tired and beat. So new landscape. I won't be beat anymore. Wait. Let's not be too silly here. This is my life we're talking about, my landscape. Maybe my divine collective as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a little bit of sprinkle on both. Yes? Or just this one? Just this one. Okay. It needs a little. Okay. So we shall. The office. Oh, beat down by administrative tasks. What is this? What does this mean? New landscape. Am I going to be working in an office, or is the office that beat me down? Let me see. Let's consult the Tina Ouija. What were we gonna ask? Oh yeah. Did it or did it not beat you down? No, we're gonna. What were we gonna ask? Oh yeah, is this a new job? Yes. No. That's a no, ladies and gentlemen. But hold that thought. Is it the office that beat me down? That would be a yes. All right, done with that. So, in the, what do you call it? The revolutionizing of your thought forms, thought patterns, ideations. What do you call this? This big word, what do you call it? Paradigm shift, yeah. Okay. So with that, you can formally acknowledge there's no office work there for you, Tina. You can reformat knowing that. Something about, they told me they're chicken shit. They said, yeah, like, on the sad end of it, I always get liability from, what do you call it? From Lorde, that vibe, that song, Um, um, but they're saying that these, that kind of work, the headers for that are too chicken shit to estimate my value beyond their personal loss. 100%. So there's that. Okay. I'm tired. Why is that the new horizon, the new landscape? So okay. Okay. So that's just an acknowledgement in the Reformation, in the paradigm shifts. We can X that one out. Process of elimination has struck again. Okay. So what's the next box then? The new landscape. So they're saying the new landscape will not be this. Stupid in reverse. Okay. I just got hungry for a second. Okay. What goes in stupid in reverse? Oh my god, just the top cards? Okay. Or all. Just the top cards. Okay, so there's two here. Box open and scuba. They're basically saying like hook, line, and sinker. You see the box? It's like it's in the bag, but it's like in the box, like kind of Ghostbuster style, or like something about moving out of like stagnant situations. So the office is like symbology in its sense. It's generalized to say like that's the dominant energy, like in my 3D life, but it also carries symbology towards anything that grows stagnant and suffocating. It keeps you boxed in. So it was a wise decision to, kick open that door, or the top of the box anyway. Okay, so the two top cards were that and this one. That's what I'm saying, hook, line, and sinker. It would be wise to discover a little bit more. Yeah, hook, line, something. Okay, smart. Okay. All right. So I wanted to regain like visual perspective, things that I could focus on that are good. The next steps for me. Like, if I'm still worrying about that stuff, the nostalgic stuff, like the things that I want to hold close, like the wonderful, wonderful things, without saying like legit saying it wasn't rose-colored glasses. Maybe an increment of it was, but the core energy, I'm not gonna lie, that wasn't a lie. That was correct. So yeah, it's time to look at, like if I'm still worrying about that stuff, I'm saying, and not this, there's a problem, and it's mine, So, but like, okay, this is, I mean, this is serious stuff. I mean, what they told me was a heavy note on the front end. Second was to note reassurance, like we acknowledge how you feel. That's the best way to do a dialogue when there's one volatile or upset, dude, you got to do your damage control. You got to do your like 911 operator thing. So, but like not to the severity, you can just acknowledge. I see how you feel. I like just affirming that for them. It's righteousness. And just seeking closure in that. So that won't happen again, Tina. Not to say that the universe claims fault for it, just we get it. Okay. So then there's like, oh my god, this is like kind of like the one-on-ones with like your manager, right? So then they move on to the next step. The next step would be, let's see here. Okay. But we want to commend you. Okay. It was smart. Smart. Like what you're doing is for sure. Why are they saying it like this? Weird. Yeah. So it's like right on basically. Okay. So accolades right after. Okay? I mean, this is good. This is etiquette. This is communication etiquette, especially when you deliver heavy news. Whether like, because there's a lot of emotion, thoughts tied into that bundle, and so you want to give it a little like cushion, like a little bumper to it. Oh, by the way, you know. Oh yeah. So okay. Okay. So I have to explain this. Okay, that's fine. It's not funny, but it's okay. Deliver the heavy news. We acknowledge it carries a lot of weight, and then we acknowledge the position that you're in. You're weary, like but you're not done for. And hey, you're doing great at this. Okay. Anyway, I don't know. I'm supposed to say it like that, even though it took like 10 minutes. It's okay. All right. The new landscape. Oh, hello. Interesting. Okay. So I just found this dress. I've been wearing the blue one, but I just found it. It's comfy. Princess Diana had a revenge dress. This is my love dress. Eureka, I found it. Love dress. Anyway, not really. I just made it up. Anyway, share, stop, and embarrass in reverse. Okay. The new landscape. I don't know where this is going, but it's going. It's going to go. Okay. Okay. What goes in shuffle? Pick. Okay. Pick. Bottom of the deck, the 10 of Wands in reverse. Drop the burdens. Clear the path. Break the leaves. Share. What goes in there? Two things. The 10 of Swords with the 2 of Cups in reverse. What is this? Change the energy, dude. Okay. Alright. So this is weird, because I told you that there was an impression of a diagonal move. And like on the bright side, it's not parallel. Okay? So there is a natural elevation that may or may not naturally be inclined. But this might also signature a growth spurt. So these are pending shares that, yeah, okay. So these are pending interactions that kill it. Is that right? Hold on. Yeah. It's not just a yes. It's a Yeah. Okay. Yeah, almost delivered like a duh. But so yeah. Okay. All right. Uh but yeah, I don't usually use the term share, especially when it's, talking about gifts, because we just talked about that, like, and so, yeah, so I'm going to be around people who are also um practicing with their gifts. Um yeah, like, mm, they know what they're doing. They know. Oh gosh, what are this is crazy. Okay, fine. The implications in that, Tina, we got more for you. Don't worry. Okay. But like I said, even with there being more, it does not erase the signature of someone, of, people who have already, signed up with, those intense energies. That's what I'm saying. Okay? Let's go. So stop. What goes in stop? The messenger. It's the high priest. It's the Hierophant. What is it? Stop. Stop. Maybe it's stopping traffic, because I don't think like this new landscape is supposed to stop me from what I'm doing here. I mean, it would be more alarming if it was the high priestess here, the psychic, but this is the Hierophant. Let's get a clarifier for that, please. King of Pentacles in reverse. The New Horizon. Still not understanding it. Give me a second. King of Pentacles. Mm. I'm not understanding this. Hold on. Help me understand. Page of Wands in reverse. Um, if I read it like this, somebody's gonna get offended. Oh shit! What's going on? You know what I was doing? Holy! For those that caught on, great job. Those that didn't, you're sharing the same boat as me. Counting you in. Gonna pull my lifeline. So, if you didn't notice, I was selecting tarot cards of one divination to go into, fit into the box of another divination, all due to size. What the frick? Are they the same size? Just about, you know. Talk about a diagonal move. Look, a diagonal move. Holy weird. Okay. That's weird. What is it? That is so weird. What? That's okay. I might as well just follow through. Let's. Okay. Embarrass in reverse. Talk about holy crud. I don't even feel tired though. Okay, what goes in embarrass in reverse? Oops. Oh, that is a chunk, ladies and gentlemen. Eight of Wands. I want to talk. Can we talk? Can we talk? Please, can we talk? We gotta talk. The Star in reverse. Two of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Dude. Five of Swords in reverse. So, this is coming from me. or them? Okay, so this is like message as well here. I have to process this for a second. Okay. So, what interrupted all of this is that, okay, about being mad or whatever. This messenger on the stop card is doing, her duty, whatever. And the King of Pentacles comes along. It's in reversal, kind of like underground, boss energy. I'm wanting to pursue, like, constantly. There's something about, like, it's hidden, like background. This kind of energy. And he wants to start something. I know this. He wants to start something. But the divine messaging is to stop pursuing. Because the pursuing has to follow through, not just upon the agreement, but the actual enactment. So you follow through if you're going to follow through with Tina. If you don't, you got to bow out now. So that's what they're saying. My divine guides, expanded divine panel of the Infinite Eight, are saying that's got to stop. It's acting as a distraction. Then an embarrass in reverse, like saving face energy, basically, what they wanted to communicate. This is more internalized, even though it's not, facing internal, introverted. It's like, wait, there's hope. Okay. You're not gonna be, roughing it out single your whole life. Which is like you can if you want to, Tina. But, let me see here. Things are in balance. 5 of Swords. Okay. So, again, standing up for yourself. Again, having confidence. Like, despite, what do they call this? Unrequited love? I don't know if I could even call it that. I will have to say that those who cared for me at this establishment, they did. And I how do I say it? Like, I know I was protected in a variety of ways. And so, all things are in good balance here. Okay. You still got it. Something about, like, how the King of Pentacles was also in reversal. Well, side by side, then the counterpart also arrives in reversal with the 5 of Swords in reverse. So it's 4 foot. Oh yeah, like, look, there's kind of like a goodbye there. The 2 of Pentacles. Oh my God, it totally felt like that today. Yeah. So it's like, like, quiet. It's not quiet quitting here, but it's kind of like a quiet leave, quiet exit kind of thing. Like, it looks like a forfeit, but at the same time, you will, like, I told you there was an exception here, so there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Yeah, that's how I'm just not used to that kind of energy. So, but I'm talking about the new landscape. Why is it giving me this? I think it's a segue. Like, I'm telling you, like, the long as version of it. Maybe it's because I just need to process it. Because it gets to me. It gets to me. Alright. The nostalgia. Okay, so let's put the... Oh, wait. Then I was going to get the cards again. Okay, here. Here we go. So it goes in share. that one is... Got it. It is the mule. Accentuated. Share. Why is it accentuated? It's stubborn. Like, what? The mule is stubborn, though. It can carry a lot of weight. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of sharing. A lot of sharing. That's what it is. Maybe a lot of transits, too. A lot of sharing and transits. Okay. I already feel the vibes of it. I am semi-worried about today. There's so much I gotta... Let me write this shiz down. Pen. Okay. We're gonna be responsible together. First, oh, it was right in front of me. Silly. Get to know the Lothaque mortgage. Smog check. Registration. Prints. Pop-up. Sleep. What else? I wrote down a couple of things. Okay, well, it's not gonna do anything over there. Okay, do it over here. Okay. All right, what's in stop? Just the top card? Or all of it? It is all of it. Students. Keys, like door unlocked in reverse. Knight in reverse. Dead end. Beach in reverse and the classroom in reverse. Interesting. I wonder. Who wrote the Book of Love, huh? Okay. Unlocking, teaching. Is that... No. Is it bottom? Top? Mm-hmm. So it could be unlocking or locking. But I feel like it's unlocking. A learning, because there's a sense of awareness here if this is like contrast to night. But it's saying stop. Dead end. Okay. So, I keep wondering, because like my brain keeps thinking like, what's the legit reason why? Like I'm not like trying to hold on tight or anything from, I'm not trying to be clingy to anything, but at the same time I'm just wondering like the logical like version of... And they say that like you've unlocked all there is to learn, like dead end. That's it. That's all. That's why you gotta go. There's I know this was a source of funds, but at the same time, yeah, the base of it. Yeah. Okay, so the beach in reverse. So there's more learnings, more of a flow, a natural flow of learnings. But this is like more intimate, like a smaller classroom. Oh, yeah, okay, so this is direct learning. Coming up. Stop. No, stop. Inflow. Okay. I got it. So anyway, this is independent learning, This is like your homework studies. This is a library. and I forget the differentiation and that this is a classroom. Um, yeah, so it's a classroom. So because this is in reversal, this means that there's more teachings to come through. But it's saying stop, like this is, there's no more of like, you know, a teacher, like somebody like chaperoning, you know, like hand holding you basically. So there's an inflow of learnings that will come through. Um, uh, Life will teach you, not any particular person, because yeah, that's what it's saying. So, the new landscape. Okay. So this is the part where the implication is that I lead, I feel things out, and move forward with that. Okay. What goes with any clarifier? Yes or no? It's no. Okay. What goes in embarrass in reverse? Oh, did I do already that? How many freaking... Hold on. What am I doing now? Oh, that's fine. What goes in embarrass in reverse? The... Yeah. Glass of water and writing. So, again, back to basics. Having, what do you call it? Feeling good with those basics, like not a lot of noise. This is your rendition of the beach vibe in your home, like behind closed doors. This is scripting, this is writing something down, list, whatever it is that you need to script, you're scripting. And just like what I did. Oh my god, that's so weird. And of course, drink that water. But this is also being fueled like direct by spirit. Like while you're doing that, let me get you a fresh glass of water. Let me like top off your water. So, that's what it's saying there. So this new landscape, you're giving me the impression of it, just like the energy behind it. Okay, I have to replay this again because there's just like a lot here. And it's simplified down to this version. Again, with minimal distraction. Anything more from these? From this, okay. Eight of Swords, okay. So last bit's what you want to say. What do you want to tell me about this new landscape? Ace of Cups. Talk about that fresh cup of water. Holy crud. All the more reason, Liam. All the more reason. That blows my mind. Me too. Okay. The new horizon. So they're saying in this new, what do you call it? Landscape, you're going to pop out, you're going to be seen, you're going to be noticed. It's irrefutable. And the wonderful thing about this part, this implication, is that in this landscape, nobody's going to be talking trash. You know why I know this? It's because we read up on this, and we know that is just an up and coming lotus. Like it's a holder for the pods. So this is a source of this, and so this has an innate understanding of what this is. So this cannot hate because this is already in bloom. This is the after stages. And so, like this was line. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so what do you want to tell me? This new horizon. Okay, it is a hermit card. Not everything is disclosed. I do get my private time. I do get to kick my shoes off. I do not get to mind if people are staring at my my bony feet. Oh my god, my abstract art feet. But I do get to like have my alone jukebox time basically. Okay. I feel like there's a sense of autonomy here in doing what you want, and it's like a simplified version. It doesn't take much, you know, to, you know, on the dailies. Okay. This one, the Four of Cups in reverse. Reevaluate in reverse. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Well, they only want me to say one thing about this. This is a path of making the perfect choice. The right choice. Not just the right choice, the perfect choice. Like the shoe-in. The doppelganger to, you know, the teacher's like answer key. How did you know? Am I supposed to pick from here? Well, I don't know. Queen of Cups. See, I know. Okay, so this new landscape, I will know as I'm moving along. It might feel like, what's her name? Pippi Longstocking / Mary Poppins-esque type of energy / Mad Hatter. You see? I know, because I've been there. I can't lie. Look at all those tokens and souvenirs of traveling distress. Yeah. All right. Okay, in this new landscape, what say? Queen of Swords inverted. I know because I know myself. I don't know how it originally popped up, but that's how it is. Okay. Well, there's, what do you call it? How I stated it might be a little arrogant, but this one is not. This is like, for sure, I got like my Queen of Swords like vibe, my auric field, protecting like how I approach, you know, how do I say it? Whatever's being received on the inbox, I will face it in that manner. Very like rough around the edges, but very well prioritized. Still putting in the effort despite, and I wouldn't call this half-assed this or whatever, because let's say she didn't shave her legs or whatever. There's something about like, what about me? What about you? That kind of energy. It's like, that's what that energy is. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay. All right. Okay, that's it. Okay, I'm gonna be done with this so I can have a peaceful sleep and all of that. Yeah. All right, so there's 2 people here, so I'm gonna do 2 takeaways for you, okay? For my divine panel. Oh no, not my not divine panel. For my divine collective, 2 representative takeaways. 1, Knight of Cups, admirers, fan freaking tastic. The love song. Oh, The Cure. Oh my goodness. We got some healers. We got some stuff going on. Okay, second takeaway is the 3 of Cups in reverse. It's like, I want to celebrate you, but you're not here to celebrate with. So, something like that. So, I got to celebrate you in spirit. Whatever, like, yeah. I mean, this is also upcoming libations, but that is determined by your presence, right? something like that. I don't know. It's gonna clarify. I don't want to tie everything to me like automatically, because like I'm just let's just read the cards, okay? This also means like cheers to you, and I'm celebrating you, but only you will know it. That kind of thing. It's clarifier though. Oh, two. Okay, the Seven of Cups and the Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, secret admirer type of energy. And the array you present yourself, you know, you're many people. You can transform into many different roles, people, whatever. And so like, shh, I admire what you do. That kind of energy, and how you do, what you do, and how you do. So you can kind of twirl in your own like little neighborhood of an area, and oh, it's labeled as imagination, and you can totally just like get into that vibe, because it, you know for sure that it's going to be protected without all the slander, all the whatever internal gossips, like all of the inner circles that have the tendency to, rather than bounce around ideas, pop bubbles. Yeah. So we're gonna keep you, my little princess. Oh my God. We're gonna keep my little princess, my little Ariel. Like you see, like the water, right? We're gonna keep my little princess safe so she can let's celebrate. So don't let people rain on her parade, okay? Oh. Oh. Thank you. Okay. But anyway, however that applies to you, rock on with your bad self. Yeah. Whether you're this energy or that, that's a good pact. That is a good pact to learn with, I would say. Learn from could imply a sense of threat, but I would say learn with. Yeah. Like as if this whole ordeal was like one big play date kind of energy. For sure. Okay. My 3 takeaways are, first one, the King of Cups. Mondo Psychic. Is this external or is this internal? I don't know. The Throne of Movement. On my way, on my merry way. Second takeaway is, a double. The Two of Wands in reverse and the Page of Pentacles. I'm gonna invest in whatever this is. I'm gonna make a presence. I'm gonna do my thing, and I'm just going to, what is it? Instead of fake it till I make it, I'm just gonna let all those worries slide off. Like, oh yeah, that thing over there that broke. Oh, just don't pay attention to that. No, like, what do you call it? Like I have this stain on my tablecloth because somebody visited, and I don't know, whatever. Anyway, yeah, if I don't get that clean, it's gonna be like, it's okay, it's okay. But there's to be determined here, like the unknowns, and it's not to get paranoid or be a hypochondriac, to worry about the worst things possible. Don't need to be paranoid about these things. Okay. Let me see here. This Page of Pentacles is pretty stocked up. She's an ink artist, and so it's also a matter of time and focus. There's something about having some range here. Okay. My third takeaway is the Chariot in reverse. I got the chills there for a second. What's that all about? There's some people who maybe in wheelchairs here, but like it looks like, I don't know why it's an implication here. It's just kind of like suspended again in. All right, so clarifier for the King of Cups energy. 10 of Pentacles. So basically they're saying you can see your way through this. So when you have the Queen of Cups come through, there's a magnified version in the King's stance, almost elevating these downloads, these nudges, into something more substantial. This is also like some kind of fellow psychic kind of backing me in the background. What the heck? What? I think so. I mean, like, it's nothing to be concerned about. It's just like I didn't expect it to be an entity, but they kind of trickled that in when I said energy. They said trailing off could also be, you know, entity energy. So this is someone or someone's, but this is also, it's like you don't see how you get from here to there, but it happened, and this is the person and this is the results. That's what it's showing me. Okay, my clarifier for the second takeaway. My second takeaway, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so when you, you can go as you are, as is. So you don't have to worry about making things that are thematic to the event. You don't have to think about like those things, just the basics and what you've already pre-committed to. And just it's not absolutely standardized, because that's what I felt like it was doing when I kept on with this other job. Everything was just standardized, like you pop in, you pop out, that's it. No creation, just like that, that's it. And you know, it was, that's what, just mechanically speaking, that's what it was shown me, that I can go as I please. So I know this because, you know, even without knowing the to be determines and you're investing out there, is this, you don't have, I feel like that I don't have to try as hard, like that it's just going with the previous messaging. But let me check, let me just double check. Yeah, it's because some could see that as a prompt, a call to action for more, but like more to take on, like more to work on. But this is the energy totally is not, it would be going against that. Okay. Okay, my third takeaway clarifier. World card. Done. So, I was wondering why we got like a stop here, like a pause here, like a lingering, you know, engine on, but just like staying, like loitering around, basically. It's because things have ended. This feels so weird because like was like I thought it was gonna be a different way. Like if I had a plan in mind without going over the top, just a generalization of what I had in mind. It did not go like that, but it went just like how the cards kind of said. That's how it played out. So it's just readjusting your eyes to that, so that your feelings can be translated more properly. Because I was like, so it's gonna be like that then, fine. I didn't know it was gonna be like that. I didn't know it was like that. Shoot. That was a fast forward version of it. But anyway, it's like, okay, so this thing has ended. Um, and it was an unbelievable amount of times in which I was like, it was emphasized that today was like supposed to be the last day. Like, I don't understand. I don't know. I'm not gonna. I figure that they're gonna tell me when there's a moment, the right moment to tell me. But yeah. So with something as moving as this, as moving and improving in some conditions, in many conditions, I will say, you gotta take a look at it. You just like to pause, like before you like roll out, you know? That's what it's saying there. Okay. So there's a supreme acknowledgement in how I feel about things. The new landscape. So obviously there's some processing. More processing! More forms! But I think it's helping me regulate a little better, transition more smoothly. Yeah. So, yeah, I just felt like time flew. It really did. I don't know where all the time went in the past couple of days. Like it just flew when I was there. Even while working the double, like it went a lot faster than I would think, which is for the conditions of the environment. Okay. Well, I think that's it for now. Anything else? Yes? No. No. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks very much for all donations provided in light and love and of light and love. They reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. But now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength, passions, properties from those that call upon, cast, generate, bring, magnify, multiply, or any variation thereof, the aforementioned ill will, intent, thought, form, pattern, and or entity, to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, for reformatting to love and light energy, and then to be refortified in me, only me, hassle free. No doubt, no attachment except for all bonus points included. Thanks so much. Upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of rollout and light and love cycles of portals in this reading. Now, and one more fun fact is that last night that I had worked, the witching hour, I I was down to my last cigarette, and yes, I picked up smoking again, but then I was down to my last cigarette, and then something else, maybe like my last, I don't know, whatever it is, and so it was again signature for moving on, like this chunk of a phase, this yeah, like yeah. I mean, again, they said the goodbye is not like absolute, but at the same time, let me see here. Is a goodbye absolute? Okay. Is okay. weird. I won't say it. It's just, it's, they said, just don't say it though. Okay. That's it then. Okay, bye for now.